So this is a professional tripod, digital camera, video professional tripod. I was sent this to review for free. If you wanted to buy it, MSRP on it is about $240. They haven't paid me for my review, and my opinions remain my own. Alright, so in the box we get a bag, has a Velcro handle. There appears to be extra room at the end of the bag, probably for putting a head on the tripod. And in the bag, we have the tripod packaged in this piece of plastic here. So we have a brand name marked here. We also have a brand name sticker marked here. It says NX7 Professional Tripod, Heavy Duty 10-Layer Carbon Fiber. Now on the top we have a 3/8 inch head, and there's a loop on the bottom for hanging a weight. Now the tripod does have a bowl, and there's a threaded hole right here to lock that in place, but what mine came with is just this top here. Fits in these three little spots here. There's threads here that go into the bottom of this guy. So you basically put that on there, put this up through there, and you can twist it on and lock it down. There's a rubber washer on the bottom, so when you're done turning this hook, you can tighten it up against that washer, and then this guy's locked to the top of the tripod. It does have a little bubble level to help level the tripod head. So each of the legs have this little locker that slides in or out, and there's three locking positions. So there's the first position. If you pull it out, you can go up to the second position, and then if you pull it out again, you can go to this third position. And the third position is almost horizontal. If you pull it all the way out there, you know, this guy's maybe 6 inches above the ground. But it's a very sturdy wide base. So this is the second position, which is still splayed out quite a bit. I suspect most people are just going to stay with the first position here. So to use this particular position, you don't need to manipulate anything. The legs just fold out and stop here by default. So each leg has 4 segments and 3 that extend. So you basically loosen this guy and then tighten it down, loosen, tighten it down, loosen, and tighten it down. So fully extended, this guy is 57 inches high to this plate, and it feels very sturdy here. So at the full extension here, if I hold them down, I can flex these legs out a little bit, but they feel very rigid. You know, so they're definitely carbon fiber, very rigid legs. And when you have them down on the floor, they're preventing from going out farther by being kind of stuck to the floor with the rubber pads on the bottom. I like the feel of the foam gripping areas. When you push these guys in, you're never really going to smash your fingers on other legs, especially if you don't crisscross them. You know, there's a good several inches between them up at the top. Now, it is possible to push a leg in farther like that. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but that is possible. Now in the carry bag, there is an inner zippered pocket, and that's where we have the instruction manual, turf points, and a couple of hex wrenches. So installed are these rubber pads. They just screw off. Looks like a 3/8 inch screw if I had to guess. There's basically a piece of metal here, and that screws into it. If I had to guess, the angles here probably correspond to the 1 and 2 positions of the angles of the legs. So the turf points have a little hex nut you could use to screw, or they have a hole through them so you could put in one of these guys to tighten them in. Or you could just put them in finger type and hope they don't fall out. But put this guy in and, you know, just turn it a little extra so you're sure that's not coming off. I've gone over this thing with a magnet, and as far as I can tell, everything is either stainless steel, aluminum, or plastic or carbon fiber. So I haven't found anything that sticks to the magnet other than these tools they give you. So the Allen wrenches might rust a little bit, but it doesn't look like anything else from this guy's going to rust. So the triangle head has one side with a 3/8 inch hole where you can mount accessories. And then these two holes over here are 1/4 inch holes. So you can use those for mounting points if you're just using this flat head. Now personally, I feel the friction of these legs is pretty nice just from the factory, but if you wanted to adjust them, they do provide you these two guys here so you can loosen or tighten the through bolt to basically adjust the tension there. Now this tripod doesn't come with a head, but they do leave at least 5, maybe 6 inches of extra room in the carry bag here, so that, you know, if you installed a head, you wouldn't necessarily have to remove it when packing the tripod up. The bag also has a nice little setup here at the handle with the Velcro that holds this thing together and closed. It has a shoulder strap here, it's adjustable. It has a little tiny loop right up at the end there. It's a little small for hanging the bag, but there is a loop there you could hook something through. Feels really heavy-duty fabric, and it feels like there's a little bit of padding. I don't know if it's actual foam or if it's just, you know, it is actual foam. So there is a little layer of foam around the tripod on these two panels. This top panel here has a little thin bit inside as well, but the two on the two side panels here are much thicker. All right, so very nice carry bag, very nice tripod. I kind of feel like, because there's no brand name on the box, and this is a sticker, and this looks like it's kind of screen printed on, I feel like this might be a white box item that multiple sellers put their stickers and brand name on and sell. So you may be able to find this same tripod, maybe with different, you know, bowls and options up at the top, from other sellers. So you might find this exact same product from someone else as well. So I've been very happy with it. It looks very nice. It feels nice. You know, as a carbon fiber tripod goes, I really have no notes. I think it's really just a matter of comparison price shopping to see, you know, if this is the price you want to pay for it.